Hey guys, it's Dan from Soileater, and today I'm excited to announce a new product offering for you. That is the Taser 10 version 2 insert. But before we dive into that, let me just go over some of the features that the version 1 have so that I can then build upon it by introducing the version 2. So let's talk about the version 1. The version 1 was kind of the first of its kind. It allowed you to insert this holster into a chest rig to protect your Taser 10 and to allow you to draw it one-handed, right? The days of the shock cord and having to pull the shock cord off the back beaver tail of the holster were done. It allowed you to have a thumb brake to draw the Taser, all right? However, some people didn't necessarily like having the thumb brake. They just wanted kind of a friction lock. I'll get into that in a minute. This also allowed easy insertion back into it because when you're wearing it, as you notice, the Tegris shell on it did not collapse onto itself, right? Also had a hard bottom, so in the event that you ever were to have a negligent discharge when you're inserting your Taser, none of the probes would go into you, right? We fire tested that and it had no issues, all right? What some people did not like about it, right, is that although the way I constructed it, it became a little thick, right? So it was about, I think, 2 1/4 inches thick. So it was a little thicker in the placard, right? What I tried to do in the version 2 is slim that down. I'll go over that in a minute. But one of the other major things is some departments were requiring you to have a magnet on the outside, right? The magnet works with the Axon signal system. It notifies the user, or basically admin, when you draw your Taser and when you reholster it. It also put the Taser in sleep mode. So I wanted to integrate that. A lot of guys were just taking some Gorilla Tape and installing a little bar magnet on the front. That would work. It would put the device in sleep mode. However, I wanted to bring you something new, and that is the Taser 10 version 2. All right, so let's dive into it. Hard construction body. Again, same flat bottom, hard. You can shoot it. Obviously, I don't recommend it, but you can shoot it. It will not go through there. There's 2 drain holes at the bottom, allowing any sort of water, if you get submerged, it doesn't act as a giant cup, it will drain. Another thing about it you'll notice is the biggest complaint I have, especially being on a SWAT team, is when guys are slinging their rifles, right? So whatever that is, whether it's rehearsals, whether it's dumping off the truck, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button. If you've ever had a teammate accidentally deactivate their safety and turn on the Taser, right? So now you got the nice flashlight there, as well as the laser. The Taser 10 has the audible little signal there. All right, I don't know how many times people have swept their rifle and then hit the safety. So if you notice here, I'll hold it up there, you've got a full shell protection that completely protects the safety from being hit. All right, now you will also notice, right, when I go to reholster this, the new Taser 10 insert version 2, as I holster it, has ramps there that put the Taser from fire to safe. All right, so that's another feature now I've added into the Taser 10-V2 insert, is when you're holstering it, it will move your safety from fire to safe. However, disclaimer, I recommend, and 100%, you should have your Taser on safe prior to reholstering, just like you would a pistol, all right? Don't give yourself that chance for an accidental discharge. We'll go into that in a minute. Now, you'll notice here, I know you probably obviously can't see it from there, however, integrated magnet now on the Taser insert. So right there, you've got a very strong magnet that puts the device in sleep mode, as well as activates the signal system with your Axon cameras. All right, so a lot of you guys were requesting that. You wanted something built in. I was able to do it for you. All right, moving around to the top here, and again, it might be a little hard to see, but moving to the top there, it's fully ambidextrous controls. All right, so if you're right-hand draw, left-hand draw, however you're carrying this, right, it will allow you to add on the retention system. So at release, the retention system is going to be included. However, if the feedback from you guys is, hey, I don't necessarily need the retention system included in the model, no problem. I'll sell it separately, and then I'll be able to lower the price because I'll be selling it separately. So with the retention on this, right, it's got pretty good retention, guys. I tried to make it. Oh, you guys are going to clip that too. Oh, I messed up. But anyway, you guys are going to like the retention on this, all right? I would say it's as much retention as something like the MP2s, right? So if you're jumping over fences and your rifle mags aren't falling out, this will not fall out with level 1 retention. However, some departments are going to require you to have level 2 retention. So that's why I included these. So like I said, as of right now, the making of this video, these will be included. Each one will come with that. I'll go over that in a minute. But now that allows you to not only have a friction level 1, but now you have level 2. All right. We brought these on the DT mats. We rolled around with them. They are not going to be coming out, right? No more than if you had like an old leather paddle holster. And as you can see, it's going to be very quick to deploy. All right. The one reason, and this is a huge disclaimer, right? There's kind of a method to how to draw this. And you'll say, hey, Dan, why did you go with the old-fashioned, button snap like the old leather holsters? If you look at some of the Taser holders on the market that go on your belt, you'll notice a lot of them have a hood system, right? Like a Safariland one or Blade Tech one or HSGI maybe, that folds forward, okay? Now, although that's a nice design, the issue you have when you're running one of these in placards is that if you have this in here, right, and right now there's no Velcro on it, but I'll just show you. If you have that in here right now, you can't move that forward, right? And I wanted you guys to be able to run these on any chest rig that you're running. So if you're running a rifle mag next to it and you have one of the ones that move forward, you obviously couldn't draw it. However, with ours, you can, all right? The only caveat to that is you cannot, it's not that you can't, I would not recommend bringing it down from a 12 o'clock to reholster it. As you can see there, that retention strap will hit the trigger, right? So again, another reason why I want you guys to put the weapon on safe. However, if you do it at a 45, no issue whatsoever, okay? So I want you guys to be aware of that. I'll make another video on that as well. But when you go to reholster, holster at a 45, clip it in, all right? And then obviously make sure the Taser's unsafe. So little disclaimer there, guys. There's no way that I'm aware of, and with my capabilities as a business, right? I'm a single business, but there's no way for me to make some sort of mechanism that you can defeat without having that. All right. I didn't want it to fold forward, but I wanted to give you guys the option to run level 2. All right. So how does it come? The Taser insert, again, when you go to put it into an insert or into a chest rig, I'm sorry, you can adjust the retention. I'm sorry, not the retention. You can adjust the depth of the Taser based on how you put it in there. So you can run it high if you want, or you can throw it all the way in there and run it deep, right? You can max it out. There's a joke there, but I won't get it. But here's a good example of it, right? So this is in the Spiritus chest rig, or here, the MK5. As you can see there, that's if you want to run it all the way in. However, you can still get a pretty good grip around there, but you can also run it up a little higher if you choose to get a better grip. It just depends on how you want it on your chest rig and where your chest rig sits on your plate carrier. So give you a few options there. The insert will come with nothing on it, as you can see there. Okay, so it'll just be bare plastic. From there, each kit will come with a package right there. Inside this package, I'm sorry, I should say this first. On the outside of this package will be a QR code for a video I haven't filmed yet, but the QR code will link you to basically some meta glasses on how to install everything. So you'll have a step-by-step on, hey, here's how you set it up. It's pretty self-explanatory, but some people want directions, so I'll have them for you. But each kit as of now will come with die-cut hook and loop. So you'll have a left side, right side hook, a left side, right side loop. And what that will allow you to do is to stick on whatever, it's adhesive Velcro, so you stick on whatever side you want. You'll also notice on the front there, it's recessed. What that does is that prevents it from peeling off. All right, so it's not like you're taking it in and out all the time, but that prevents it from peeling off. The shear strength on this Velcro is amazing. But what this will allow you to do now is, let's just take a Spiritus one. We'll take a Spiritus kit right here. So if you look inside of a Spiritus kit chest rig, it's loop on both sides. That means you'd obviously install the hook on the outside of your Taser insert to put on there. But there's other companies, so like Coyote Tactical Solutions, they're loop and loop on both sides. Haley Strategic, loop and loop on both sides. However, I don't have one to show you, but Shaw Concepts is also hook and loop, and same with Faro Concepts. So Faro Concepts, loop on one side, hook on the other. So all you would do is figure out where you want it, So like, let's say as a right-handed shooter, I'm gonna keep mine on the right side, right? So look at it, see what side needs to be looped, what side needs to be hooked, adhere it to it, and then they're good to go, all right? If you are to screw it up or if you change chest rigs, don't worry about it. All you have to do is kind of reach in there, really peel it up with your finger. And again, it's not easy. It's meant to not be easy, but peel it in there and then you can rip it off. I will sell extras of these on the website, right? So you can buy extra if you messed it up or if you need to switch it because you're switching kit, or you might be able to, depending on which ones you used originally, you might be able to use those as well, all right? So that's what it's gonna come with like this. You put the Velcro on yourself. There'll be a how-to video on it. Coming around to what else is in the bag here. This is gonna be your retention kit. So like I said, as of right now, this is gonna be on release. This is gonna be sold with it. In the event that people don't necessarily need them, I'll remove it and then lower the price of the product itself. And then you guys can buy them individually if you want. Because I don't wanna sell stuff that you guys don't necessarily need, but I don't know kind of what your feedback is until we release the product. So, how those will work, again, it's fully ambidextrous. So if I'm a right-handed draw, I would put the small thumb brake tab on here. You got your hardware, you'll Loctite the hardware, you'll put that on there, put this around, and then eventually what you end up with is this, allow you to have positive retention. So you'll have level 2 retention on it, hopefully going with all of your department policies. I probably didn't cover everything. Again, I do my videos in one take, you know how it is. This will be releasing on Friday, December 19th, all right, midnight Eastern Standard Time. So get on there, feel free to order it. If you have any questions from now when this video releases, is Wednesday night, probably gonna put it on there Wednesday night and release it on Thursday. If you have any questions, guys, please reach out. Obviously, I'm probably one of the only companies that will respond to my DMs almost immediately. I'm always on there trying to answer your guys' questions. So if you have any questions on stuff I did not cover on this, please feel free to reach out. I will hopefully answer them. And hopefully you guys enjoy this product. It's been about 7 to 8 months in the making here. I learned a lot of stuff making it, but I'm pretty excited to bring it to the market for you guys. I think all these large companies that sell holsters don't understand the need that law enforcement and security and stuff have with this type of Taser holder. So hopefully this fills the void for you guys. Thank you for all your support over the years, and until next time.